I thought it was a good team effort on our part. I thought they came out with a really good defensive plan for honesty, but we had some other players to step up, and we've been talking to them about that. We've been preparing for that. When teams double team her or they're really physical and aggressive with her, trying to take her away, we have to have some other people step up, and we did. So I thought our team was really tough to hold that team to 41 points and to out-rebound that team, which is one of the best rebounding team in the country, not just in the SEC, but in the country. So for our kids to go in there and battle and be really tough, especially my freshmen, Savannah and Yakaya, I thought they went in there and they battled. They set the tone for us, and we were just, it was just a good, tough, physical battle. And I think our team has been getting better, which is why now we're able to, have a chance of winning games like this.
Coach, this was an unconventional kind of win for you. Honesty obviously was having trouble scoring. It seemed like they had a good game plan for her. At one point in the third quarter, you actually forced more turnovers than A&M had points. Talk about the defensive effort today.
We practice on just doing, we were trying to do different things earlier. A couple of times in practice, trying to figure out how to stop them, and then I just decided, hey, we just need to do what we do best. And I thought our kids were really locked in and focused on doing what we do best. We were up the line, we were pressuring the ball, we're forcing turnovers. The one thing I felt like we really needed to get back to is helping. And we had players taking charges, we had players rotating, making shots difficult for them. We boxed out and we rebound. So, I thought that was, that was the biggest thing for us. That was our game plan, and I thought our kids really followed it.
Sydney hit two huge three-pointers, one off the out-of-bounds play where the clock is down, and another one where like you were kind of falling out of bounds there behind the basket. Could you talk about those two plays and how critical they were?
Honestly, I know I shouldn't say this, but I was not thinking about how critical it was. I was thinking about the time going down.
No, that's a good thing.
Okay, good. Yeah, because once I get to thinking, it's going to be an air ball. So I was just like, well, I got a little bit of space. I'm going to shoot it now. And it went in, so I'll just keep doing that.
Coach, I know you kind of touched on it. Honesty only had 9 points today. They had a really good, defensive plan for her. This is the lowest point total in a win since 2019 for Auburn. But just talk about how you guys were able to get it done, even without top-notch honesty.
Yeah, because I think Honesty she still created space. She didn't, she missed some shots that were really good shots that normally she hit. She may have forced a couple, but for the most part, I thought she, she did other things to help us win. She still stretches it, so you have to keep her on the floor, but she also rebounded. She had 3 offensive rebounds. She had 4 defensive rebounds, so she did other things to help us win. And I just remember after the South Carolina game, and she had 31, and we were in this room, and I remember her saying I would give all those points back for a win. And the honesty you saw after the game was really happy. Now, I'm sure she's not happy with how she played, how she shot the ball, but she was happy that she had a win because, and as these kids are, when we win and they don't have those numbers, it's a very unselfish team. And I think that's why this team is so good together. So I think honesty was there. She was a big part. Even though she didn't score, she was still a big part of what we did today.
Taylen, Auburn rebounded at an outrageous rate today. You led all scorers and turned in 7 rebounds. Can you talk about your game today and what you were able to do down there on the boards?
I know that our coaches put a lot of emphasis on how important it was going to be to grab boards and out rebound them, and so I kind of put it in my mind going into the game that that's what I was going to do, and so I was glad that my team came out and we out rebounded them.
Coach, y'all didn't score at all in the first quarter. In the half court, everything came on the fast break. I think all 6 were Caitlin Duhan. What changed? What strategy changes were made? Because it seemed free flow in the rest of the game.
I think we stopped looking to honesty to make every play. And other people, I told them in the huddle, y'all gonna have to just step up. And so we had other people to step up, so we wouldn't just, and then we ran more motion. And so we were working the ball on both sides of the court and just trying to get the first best open shot. I told them I just want the first best shot. So whether it's in the first 10 seconds or the last 20 seconds, I want the best shot, and I thought they did a good job of that.
Coach, I know it's only year 3, but something that you've been working for a long time happened today. Y'all broke the attendance record just for a season. Just talk about that.
That's really special. Our fans have been coming out. We're building this program. I know it was, we're a long way from where we were, and we're still a long way from where we want to be. But I think they're getting to know these young ladies. These ladies are out. They're out in the community. You're looking at people that love Auburn. These kids love Auburn. They love representing Auburn, and I think the fans recognize that. I think they recognize that they stay after and go up and talk to fans. Not just they're not just talking to their families. They're going out. They're talking to kids. They're talking to these fans. They're making sure that they know them and they appreciate them coming out. So I think. I think that's really special, and I think the fans recognize that. And the more you win, people keep telling me, when you build it, they'll come. Yeah, we have to win, but I think they're coming because they are loving our players.
Coach, 38% of your points off of turnovers tonight. Can you talk about how important it is to score that way in a game where maybe, like he said, in the half court, you guys were struggling to find points?
Yeah, it is, and to be honest with you, that's our best offense anyway. Honesty get a lot out of transition and off our transition once we get a stop. So we were locked into getting stops, and we work on this every day. But once we get a stop, going in transition and having some schemes in transition to get open looks, and we got some good open looks in transition after we got a stop.
Sid looks like her trigger finger is starting to loosen up a little bit in terms of taking that shot and having confidence taking that shot. Obviously, she hit some contested threes today. What have you guys kind of worked on there? She came off the bench and gave you 10 great points today.
Taking the shot, not being afraid to take the shot. It's your moment. If it's a good shot, I want you to take the shot. So I probably took her finger off the trigger, but she put it on there, not me. So. But Sid is, she comes to work. I mean, I want to say nobody outworks her, but then I'm sitting next to Taylen. I'm telling you, these two work really hard. So, and I've said it in here before, she's not hitting shots, and that's without you in here. I have said that. She's not hitting shots, but she's working. She's in the gym. So, I know that they're going to fall. So she just have to stay after it. And sometimes I think maybe I have more confidence in her than she. But when she do what I tell her to do, it usually work out well for her.
Any other questions?
Yes.
All right, Mike.
Defensively as well, too, Sydney seems to have improved. Sid, can you talk about, what you've been able to do out there defensively? You had 5 big rebounds today as well, too, so it wasn't just shooting.
At the end of the season last year, I sat in a meeting with Coach Jay and asked her what I needed to do to improve this year, and she said straight up my defense. And I got in the gym with Savannah, and all we did was defense. So I think that's a point of emphasis I put on myself this year to defend. So yeah.
This was your 6th conference win. So last year you had 5. You officially surpassed last year's conference win total. And this team has a real shot to make the tournament if you can get, maybe at least one of the next 2. Can you talk about this team's goals going into these last 2 games and what it would mean to you guys to make the tournament?
Well, our goal going into the next two is to win on Thursday and then to win on next Sunday. Period. That's it. That's our goal. I mean, we're gonna take one game at a time. We'll have a good game plan. I'm pretty sure my coaches are waiting for me to, tell me what that is and what film I need to watch and all of that. And then we'll come back on Tuesday and we'll put that into play. This team will be ready. They've been doing a good job of getting themselves ready. And so we'll have a good game plan for them on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, we'll go pretty hard, a little bit harder at putting our game plan in, and then, be ready for it on Thursday. We'll put our best foot forward. We know that's a really good ball club that we got coming into play, and so we're gonna do what we need to do.
Anything else?
Appreciate it.